Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. In a historic step toward ending decades of deadly conflict, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda signed a U.S. brokered peace deal Friday aimed at restoring stability in eastern Congo, a region ravaged by violence since the 1990s. The agreement, signed at the State Department, includes provisions on territorial integrity, a ban on hostilities, and disarmament of non-state armed groups. President Donald Trump hailed the deal during a White House meeting with both nations' foreign ministers, declaring it a new chapter of hope and opportunity. While both Congo and Rwanda expressed cautious optimism, they acknowledged the challenges ahead. The deal also serves U.S. strategic interests by securing access to Congo's critical minerals, essential for modern technology as America ramps up competition with China for influence in Africa. Still, experts warn the pact may not bring an immediate end to the violence, as some of the region's most powerful militias say the deal doesn't apply to them. President Trump announced Friday that the United States is immediately terminating all trade discussions with Canada in retaliation for its new digital services tax, which targets major American tech firms like Meta, Google, and Amazon and applies retroactively from 2022. Calling the tax a direct and blatant attack on the U.S. economy, Trump declared in a statement that Canada will also be hit with new tariff rates to be revealed within 7 days. The digital tax, similar to those adopted by the European Union, has long been a flashpoint in negotiations, with Trump branding it a non-tariff trade barrier. Canada, America's largest trading partner, importing $349 billion and exporting $413 billion in goods last year, is now weighing its response as Prime Minister Mark Carney's office says it's reviewing the administration's move. The Supreme Court has handed down a major ruling on a key issue for the Trump administration, limiting the power of federal courts to issue nationwide injunctions. In a 6-3 decision last Friday, the conservative majority court said that such sweeping orders likely exceed the authority granted by Congress, allowing injunctions only to the extent necessary to protect plaintiffs with standing. The case stemmed from legal challenges to President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship, issued on his first day in office this year, which states that children born in the U.S. to parents who entered illegally or on temporary visas are not entitled to automatic citizenship. The order had been blocked by 3 federal judges through universal injunctions, but the High Court's ruling now curtails that power, potentially reshaping how lower courts handle challenges to federal policies moving forward. A deadly ambush in northern Idaho left 2 firefighters dead and another critically wounded after a man armed with a rifle set a wildfire and opened fire on first responders near Canfield Mountain. The shooting happened Sunday shortly after crews arrived to battle the blaze, prompting a frantic shelter-in-place order and desperate radio calls for backup. Authorities identified the suspect as Wes Raleigh, who was later found dead in a wooded area with a firearm nearby. Investigators believe Raleigh acted alone and intentionally set the fire to launch a calculated attack. The FBI is assisting in the investigation, and officials say the fire continues to burn as residents remain on alert. Idaho Governor Brad Little condemned the violence as a heinous direct assault on first responders, and community leaders across the state have expressed shock and heartbreak over the tragedy. If you're expecting a baby this year, you might want to take notes. BabyCenter.com has just released its list of most popular baby names of 2025 so far, and Noah and Olivia are topping the charts for boys and girls. Based on real-time submissions from parents as of June 2nd, the top boy names include Noah, Liam, Oliver, Elijah, and Mateo, while Olivia, Amelia, Sophia, Emma, and Charlotte lead the list for girls. The site also notes a surprising trend. 90s nostalgia is back in full force with names inspired by pop icons like Britney Spears and Shania Twain, TV characters like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and even Princess Diana, all making a comeback in the baby name game. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of these fires and related deaths. Therefore, keep a close eye on your cooking. If you must leave the kitchen, bring a utensil with you as a reminder of your efforts. Set a timer for food taking longer to cook. Turn pot handles towards the back of the stove. Keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and shut off the burner. You can take an active role in your safety. Cooking safety starts with you.
Welcome back. Free meals are on the menu this summer for Braintree kids and teens thanks to the return of the Summer Eats program. Hosted at Hollis, Morrison, and Ross Elementary Schools, the program offers breakfast daily from 8 to 9:30 a.m. and lunch from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. No registration or ID required. This year, families can expect more than just food with weekly crafts, activities, and more. Organizers say the program is open to everyone and aims to provide not only nourishment, but a fun, safe space throughout the summer. For full menus and more information, visit schools.mealviewer.com/district/Braintree Public Schools or call 1-800-645-8333. The Braintree Police Department is offering a free 4-day self-defense course this summer for members of the community. The RAD program will be held at the Braintree Police Station located at 282 Union Street on July 14th, 16th, 21st, and 23rd from 6 to 9 p.m. Open to anyone 16 years and older with no maximum age limit, the course provides hands-on instruction in personal safety and empowerment. Seating is limited and registration closes at 5 p.m. on July 2nd. Interested participants are encouraged to email jfconnolly@braintreema.gov with the subject RAD for more information. A popular South Shore golf course is getting national attention after YouTube star and golfer Garrett Clark, known as GM Golf, featured Braintree Municipal Golf Course in his latest video. With over 1 million subscribers, Clark visited the course as part of his series exploring the best municipal golf courses in every state, calling Braintree probably one of my favorite, if not the favorite, he's ever played. The video, posted on June 17th, has already racked up over 429,000 views and more than 10,000 likes. Clark praised the course's nostalgic vibe and shot a 1-under round, describing it as legendary and reminiscent of the courses he grew up on in Kansas City. The course, originally a 9-hole layout built in 1932 and expanded to 18 holes in 1971, is celebrating its 70th anniversary since being purchased by the town of Braintree. Tee times for Braintree Municipal Golf Course can be booked on their website at braintreegolf.com. Braintree High School is gearing up for its annual flag football camp this summer, welcoming boys and girls entering grades 1 through 6. The camp runs in 2 sessions, week 1 from July 14th to the 17th and week 2 from July 21st to the 24th at 128 Town Street. Coached by BHS varsity head coach Lee Carlson, each session includes agility drills, position-specific training, and both 5 versus 5 and 7 versus 7 competition. The registration fee is $150 and parents can sign up by emailing lee.richard.carlson@gmail.com. For more information and updates, follow at Braintree Flag Football Camp on Facebook. Thayer Public Library began its summer hours, operating Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., while remaining closed on Saturdays through August 30th. The library will also close early at 5 p.m. on Thursday, July 3rd, and will be closed all day Friday, July 4th in observance of Independence Day. The library will also be closed on July 8th and 9th for maintenance repairs. For 24/7 access to ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, and more, visit www.thayerpubliclibrary.org. Food Truck Wednesdays have begun in Braintree for the summer, and it started on May 7th, running weekly through August 27th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Highlands Blue Playground near South Street and Cats Academy. Hosted in partnership with the South Shore Food Truck Association, the event will feature a rotating lineup of local food trucks, offering residents a chance to enjoy dinner picnic style on the lawn. Organizers encourage attendees to bring blankets and check the association's social media pages each week for updates on which trucks will be serving. Thanks for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Breaking news from Thayer Public Library. Our summer reading program is about to transform your summer into the ultimate gaming adventure.
That's right. From June 16th through August 14th, readers of all ages can level up at your library. Summer reading is fun for all ages, from the littlest ones in the family listening to stories and older children reading on their own.
Yes, to teens, adults, and seniors. You can read, you can listen, you can download, it all counts.
Here with us now is our gaming pro to tell you what you may find at the scene of the library's upcoming Games Extravaganza.
That's right. You can play this game and more at the Epic Games Extravaganza on Thursday, June 26th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The entire library will transform into a gaming paradise.
There will be jigsaw puzzles, bingo, giant games like Jenga, video games, and so much more. You can drop in for an hour or stay all day.
There'll be plenty of snacks and drinks on hand to keep your energy levels up while you're having fun at the library.
As our resident gaming expert, I can confirm this summer is going to be epic. But let's break down what level up at your library really means. So reading over the summer is like gaining XP, experience points. The more you read, the higher your level. Log your reading, write reviews, and visit the library to keep up on your leveling.
Right, and remember, reading isn't the only way to level up this summer. We have weekly events, challenges, and prizes for participants of all ages.
Looking forward to outdoor story times at the parks, a puppet show, an event with one-up games, and more. And remember, every Friday from 10 to noon is drop-in family board games and playtime with the library's wonderful teen volunteers on hand to help out.
In this exclusive report, we've learned that readers who join our summer program have shown increased skills in concentration, imagination, and fun having. Teens can level up at your library too, with many activities and events planned to keep them involved over the summer.
The Games Extravaganza kickoff event on June 26th is just the beginning. The entire summer will feature game-themed activities, reading challenges, and adventures for everyone.
Registration begins June 16th. Visit Thayer Public Library in person or check out our website for more details.
Level up at your library.
Yeah.
Thayer Public Library Summer Reading Program, June 16th through August 14th. We can't wait to game with you.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. With the 4th of July holiday weekend fast approaching, travel is expected to reach record highs, and Massachusetts drivers are being warned about packed highways. AAA projects that 72.2 million Americans will travel at least 50 miles from home between June 28th and July 6th, with more than 61 million of them hitting the road, including over a million from the Bay State alone. That's 1.3 million more drivers than last year and a 2.2% jump overall, marking the busiest Independence Day travel period in history. Gas prices are slightly up in Massachusetts, averaging $3.08 per gallon, but still lower than this time last year. AAA advises leaving Boston early in the morning to avoid peak traffic, especially on Wednesday, July 2nd and Sunday, July 6th, which are expected to be the most congested days. Top travel destinations this year include Orlando, Seattle, New York City, Anchorage, and Boston itself. The South Shore Sports Center in Hingham may be facing a permanent shutdown after a massive 4-alarm fire tore through the 56,400 square foot facility on June 26th. Fire crews responded around 11 p.m. shortly after the building had closed for the evening and found the heaviest flames coming from a second-floor kitchen. The fire escalated overnight, requiring mutual aid from several surrounding towns, and wasn't fully under control until the early morning hours of June 27th. Hotspots continued to smolder into the day, with firefighters unable to safely access some areas. Built in the 1970s and assessed at just under $3 million, the center has served the community for over 25 years, hosting soccer, basketball, and baseball programs. The state fire marshal's office is now investigating the cause of the fire. Plans for a regional headquarters and crane yard in Randolph have been scrapped as crane rental company Maxim Crane Works pulled out of its proposed 65,000 square foot development at the former Lantana Function Hall due to funding issues. The project, which had received planning board approval in March 2024, was withdrawn nearly 5 months later. The property at 43 Scanlon Drive is now owned by Boston-based charter bus company Yankee Line, which purchased it for $20.7 million and is expected to submit new development plans for the Lantana and neighboring Lombardo sites this fall. Yankee Line has made a series of acquisitions in the area totaling over $57 million, including nearby properties on Billings and High Streets, as well as Scanlon Drive. The company is also moving forward with a 30,000 square foot, 3-story bus terminal and administrative offices on the south side of Scanlon Drive, with approval to build a pedestrian bridge between buildings. The site sits just south of I-93 and east of Route 24, near the Blue Hills Reservation, where the town is working to improve access to the Smith Trail trailhead. Weymouth is set to kick off Independence Day celebrations a day early with its annual July 3rd beach party and fireworks, running from 5 to 10:30 p.m. at George Lane, Wessagusset Beach. The free event will feature live music from the new band, a variety of food trucks, and a fireworks display set to begin at 9:30 p.m. Shuttle buses will run from the McCulloch Building at 182 Green Street in North Weymouth starting at 5 p.m., with return service available after the show. For more details, visit weymouth.ma.us/home/community events. On Tuesday, Governor Maura Healey visited Braintree Town Hall to announce a major new initiative, the Mass Ready Act, a nearly $3 billion bond bill aimed at preparing Massachusetts for the growing impact of climate change. The bill boosts critical infrastructure like roads and bridges, creates a climate resilience fund, streamlines permitting for housing and environmental projects, supports coastal and farming economies, and invests in clean water, flood protection, and wildlife conservation. Governor Healey made the announcement near the site of a recent dam removal project in Braintree, one that has improved neighborhood safety and restored natural river flow for the first time in over 200 years at the Manatequit River. In her remarks, Governor Healey said, quote, "The Mass Ready Act is an investment in our infrastructure and in our communities. It will save people money and jumpstart housing by streamlining the permitting process. This legislation will help our communities get ready for the challenges ahead and make sure our families and neighborhoods stay safe," end quote. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now, here are 3 must-watch movies that'll have you glued to the screen all week long. First, My Mom Jane, a film by Mariska Hargitay, is a documentary directed by the actress as she delves into her mother Jane Mansfield's story for the first time, searching for the mother she never knew almost 6 decades after the Hollywood legend's tragic death. You can watch My Mom Jane, a film by Mariska Hargitay, now on Max. Up next, F1 follows Sonny Hayes, who was Formula One's most promising driver until an accident on the track nearly ended his career. 30 years later, the owner of a struggling Formula One team convinces Sonny to return to racing and become the best in the world. Driving alongside the team's hotshot rookie, Sonny soon learns that the road to redemption is not something you can travel alone. The film stars Brad Pitt and Kerry Condon. You can watch F1 now in theaters. And finally, Megan 2.0 takes place 2 years after Megan's rampage and follows her creator Gemma, who resorts to resurrecting her infamous creation in order to take down Amelia, the military-grade weapon who was built by a defense contractor who stole Megan's underlying tech. The film stars Jenna Davis and Allison Williams. You can watch Megan 2.0 now in theaters. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCam TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCam TV. We'll see you next time.